An intruder demanding to see the U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi broke into her San Francisco home on Friday, and her husband was assaulted with a hammer. The attackers stoked fears about political violence ahead of the 8th of November midterm elections. Paul Pelosi was taken to a San Francisco hospital where he's now undergone a surgery for a skull fracture. The 82-year-old also suffered injuries to his right arm and hands, and the attacker has now been arrested, but a motive for the attack has not been determined yet. Now, the attacker was heard shouting, "Where is Nancy?" And the shouts are, of course, a chilling reminder of the chants during the U.S. Capitol Hill's insurrection, where rioters had searched menacingly through the halls for her.
Our officers observed Mr. Pelosi and the suspect both holding a hammer. The suspect pulled the hammer away from Mr. Pelosi and violently assaulted him with it. Our officers immediately tackled the suspect, disarmed him, took him into custody, requested emergency backup, and rendered medical aid. The suspect has been identified as 42-year-old David DePepe.
Now, the San Francisco police added that the attack was not a random act and it certainly was intentional. Now, Pelosi was in Washington at the time when the assault happened and flew back to San Francisco immediately. Now, the American President Joe Biden condemned the attack on the Democratic Speaker, the U.S. House of Representatives, which is, of course, second in the constitutional line of succession to the U.S. presidency.
This is despicable. There's no place in America. There's too much violence, political violence, too much hatred, too much vitriol. And what makes us think that one party can talk about stolen elections?
Now, addressing a campaign rally in Philadelphia, Biden went on to condemn political violence in the United States, adding that enough is enough.
What makes us think that it's not going to corrode the political climate? Enough is enough is enough. Every person of good conscience needs to clearly and unambiguously stand up against the violence in our politics, regardless of what your politics are. All of us together as Americans, knowing Paul and Nancy and the families I do, they're tough as they come, but we're praying for him. We're optimistic for his full recovery.
The members of both the Democrat and Republican parties rallied to support the Pelosi's on social media, with several suggesting the assault was actually the inevitable result of an increase in violent political rhetoric that has plagued public discourse.
I mean, this was an act of extreme violence, and I think we're looking at a time in our country where there is so much discourse that is fueled by hate and division. And anyone who professes to be a leader, I think, has to really understand the meaning and the impact of their words and their posture on things like this.
Now, with less than 2 weeks to go before the crucial U.S. midterm elections, members of both the parties have sounded alarm about the possibility of political violence. Now, according to the Capitol Police, threats against the lawmakers have more than doubled to at least 9,000 on an annual basis since 2017. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.